Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix, the Beacon Pines. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam. So, we're going to be serving more people here because we found how to get here, though it takes a little bit of time, you know? So, serving people. Though I guess we need one or two more things for this. I don't know. Though maybe these are the people we already served now that I think about it, because I remember serving him, and I remember serving him, not so much her. But we got everything we need. Good afternoon, Mr. Trolliv. Oh, and on the last Let's Play, we found her dad, and also the source again, and somebody made a sacrifice. I got you. Sorry, these allergies are killing me. I haven't been able to smell a thing all day. I almost sold Mr. Hatch a gallon of spoiled milk this morning. Got anything to help clear out the darn sinuses? I think something hot. Whatever it takes, I just wanted to be able to smell again. Oh geez, we got a lot of things now. We got ham, we got burnt, we got fish, we got a fish burger. I have to assume it's a bad fish. Or no, wait, fish are just punched in general. Ooh, lavish boigas. A small boiga. That... Oh, I would not know. I mean, could be a hot burger. Chili might be good. Ooh, but that might be incendiary. Ew. Fish eggs. Hopefully this works. I got you. What's wrong? Well, I like spicy peppers. Put them on something that really wakes up the senses. I mean, that would definitely wake up the senses, I guess. We'll try it. I call this one the card for the common cold. Ooh, that's so spicy. And stinky. Oh, sorry, I'll try again. No, don't you see what that means? I can smell again! Looks like your father isn't the only doctor in the family. Also, gross. Hey, Miss Hatch, what can I get you? Oh, I'm not terribly hungry. Something snack size, if you could. Okay, small. Well, how about more adorable? I call it the novella. Lovely. This just in. Last Chance Diner, overrun by gremlins. I'm not a gremlin, I'm Luca.
Mr. Wilder adjusted his monocle jokingly.
I stand corrected. In that case, would you believe I have a craving for a boiga? You've come to the right place. Indeed, I'll have a nice juicy burger topped with onion. So basically we're playing cook serve delicious. Well, juicy with onion. Here you go. I call it the Wilder. You know, I love a good beat byline. Many thanks. You. Listen well, child. I am only going to say this once. I require a well-done boiga. Got it. When I say well done, I mean it. Well done, no problem. I fear you aren't guessed my request. I want my burger charred beyond recognition. I want it bitter and black. One burnt burger coming up. And on top of it, with the most expensive thing you have. Expensive point boigas. So you want cremated, expensive burgers. Well, caviar might be a thing. Gross. May I present the row you burnt. I can hardly believe it. You've done well. Miss Fartell had caviar stashed back there? The woman is full of surprises. Very good. This will suffice. If it isn't little Luca. Hey, Uncle Nernbread. How come you haven't been around here at the house lately? Well, I'm doing secret stuff. Your dad and I had a little disagreement is all. How's he doing? Has he mentioned me? Not really. He's been busy lately. Sometimes he doesn't come home from work before bedtime. Is that so? Well, tell him I'm thinking of him. You seem sad. Nonsense. What can I get you for lunch? The fact of the matter is, I don't have much of an appetite right now. But, Uncle Nerncreed, you gotta eat. I'll make you something special that'll cheer you up. Lots of boigas, boiga? With a happy little smile face on it. Hopefully he'll give me more than something to cheer him up. I call it the cheers looking at you, kid. One burger with a side of good vibes. Oh, Luca, you sweet boy.
Mr. Nuncreed reached down and patted Luca's shoulder with an enormous hand.
You got a lot of your daddy in you, don't you? Guess so. Run along. I'll do my best to clean my plate. I have a coupon here for one free boiga. What'll it be? Oh, I have a lot of mouths to feed. So give me the biggest burger you got. They must eat a lot, huh? You have no idea. Oh, and throw some lettuce on top. Lettuce. Hamburguesa de lettuce. I call it too much is never enough. This should keep him at bay. Thank you. That's everyone. Alright, looks like we've got everything we need. Let's go feed these folks. Oh, I already fed everyone. You made all the food yourself? What on earth did you put on the burgers? I just used what was lying around. Oh dear, that can't be good. Thanks again, Luca. Best burger I ever ate. Surprisingly competent. Everyone seems happy. You really are a remarkable boy, aren't you? Achievement unlocked. But enough about that. Let's go through this. Done it, 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 done it. Okay. Time to go to the end again. We're gonna cheer him
And in the
with friendship.
stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How did you know? I'm sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The only people who'd call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
So mother fell in the coop or something? Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were... gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pierced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where'd you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do we do? How do we stop them? Or, we have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Granted, there's an entire branch of the tree that, still hasn't been gone through yet. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is, what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man's a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hitting. Nonsense. They pick up the whole damn town and move it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. Oh, I guess that's how they did it. I thought it was like everybody wanted to sleep. It was like, no, they had everybody go to a hotel out of town and then move the town, I guess. We just have to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Miss Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see, this festival's a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her, she has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? That's a word phrase. We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was no good to be true. Was too good to be true, I guess. And now, this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this dispersion. My associate will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Is he? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. The ever temptuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite a thorn in my side. Like the weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. And I was right, I guess. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. Alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you're most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense of the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! So you didn't see that coming. But I did. Kinda. good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. The festival was a ruse. I want you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Huh, wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. We got Malice. I'm glad you're back, so I can tell to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. I mean, how many do they got here? They got like 2, 4...
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I didn't actually read that. Whoops. Everybody quiet down there, I guess? I thought so. Or any questions, anybody? Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're certainly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. Money. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence Augustus, an adulta speaking. I don't know which is worse. A son who's completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I've been wasting time, my dear. Wait, have been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing your legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when he can just live forever? But what about... It is alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. He's the one who would have been... None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorer state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he will be able to play that leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. And it goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again. And I'm willing to share his spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying Mr. Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Heh. You think that puffed-up Blatherskate could have accomplished all this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and blink this town for a spell. Or bink this town for a spell? So, I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian, extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. It was truly a role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a Pat C this whole time? Now that your secrets are on the open, what stops this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know that each and every person in this town fears most. And I'll make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Heh, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. And you and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. I guess he's... Okay, sorry. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. And I've won. But never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But, well worth it.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
So basically, the person that can live for quite a while and also is ExxonMobil. Except, the opposite, since it's colder and colder instead of warmer and warmer.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Well, yeah, I think I know where it would go back to because that part of the tree... Actually, no, there seems to be another branch right there. And I think I know where it would be. It would be here, where it would be Malice, hyena. But that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So please comment, guys. I like comments, if you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. And if you like me, YouTube, and like it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the rest of the ground. Please remember the merry animals and control the big population. And if you want to play this game, it's on Steam. Hyena. And until next time, let's be me, GamerWolfSix of Beacon Pines. So thanks and see ya.